Greetings, African people. I'm doing this video for my longtime subscribers, and those of you who are new, welcome. But I'm doing this for you because, you've been with me for, I think, almost 2 years now. And had it not been for you, I would have quit a long time ago. And sometimes when I'm going through things, my own little crisis, I have been able to reach out to some of you individuals, and you have, kept me. 2017 thus far is a very peculiar year. I've been going through a lot of I don't give a F moments. And sometimes I feel like just running away, like just disappearing, just not talk to anybody, not seeing anyone, just being in my own space, finding out my own path. Today I didn't want to do a video, but at the last minute I got an idea and I thought maybe I should talk to you about it. So this is more like a storyteller or storytelling. I won't be putting any tags on this, and I think after a few persons have seen it, I will delete it. But I wanted to come on here to encourage some people, maybe one person, someone who's feeling down today for whatever reason. Just to say, stay encouraged. You are not alone. We are all facing all kinds of things in our lives. You just name it and somebody's going through it. And so it isn't that you should not pay attention to how you're feeling or devaluing the way you're feeling, but I guess it's good to know that you're not alone. I'm going to start by saying, or at least telling you the story. Some years ago, I was on my way home from work. I was in the subway and I saw an elderly man. He had his pants around his ankle and, was struggling to put it up. And like most of us, at the end of the day, we are very tired. We just want to get home, want to get to the car park, want to get to the bus station, the train station, whichever means of transportation for you. You're just trying to get there, just want to get home and, just relax. And so I passed him. But after I passed, it's almost like a little, guy on my shoulder tapped me and said, look behind. And when I looked behind me, he was there struggling to get his pants up, and people were all passing as usual. So I went back, and when I went back, he was so stink. He defecated on himself. And I'm not going to say I wanted to do and help him in that situation. No, it was gross. But I went to him and I said, is there anything I can do to help you? And he says, I just want to get my pants. I just want to hold my pants. Whatever, I'm not a doctor, so I can't, predict this man's medical history, but whatever was going on with him, it affected his nerve, and so his hands were very shaky. And when I looked at him, he looked so embarrassed. I mean, the platform was full with people. And, of course, I stopped my breath and I bent down and I pulled up his pants. He had a piece of cord in the waist of the pants and it burst. That's why it fell off him. And I pulled it up to him. He said thanks, and he said something to me that I will never forget. I'm not even going to share that. But I thought to myself, wow, if I had been selfish or had allowed my pride, to get the best of me, I would have missed out on what that man had to say. He wasn't crazy. He had an accident. He was an older man, and whatever health issues he was having, he was unable to pull up his pants. Then let's fast forward to last year when I was in Jamaica. I'm going to take this call and I'll be back. Yes, so last year when I was in Jamaica, I met another elderly man, and he came to me and was sharing some things, numerology and stuff that was very new to me. But he also revealed some things that really, affected the way I look at some people and some things. So after I was done talking to this person, the individuals that knew him very well, I approached them and I was saying, who is this older man? wow, the things that he was showing me. They were like, they told me his name, but not much conversation, was kept about him. Usually, when I mention his name, they just kind of dismiss it until finally, because I kept bringing the subject up and I kept saying, who is he? And, what is he about? And whatever. And the person said to me, oh, he's eccentric. That's code word for saying, don't pay any mind to him, he's a fool. But he was not a fool. And he made a prediction, and I'm looking to it. I know it's going to happen. I know he's right. There was no doubt in my mind based on what he told me about myself, this strange man that doesn't know anything about me. None of the people at that place knew me. The person who invited me to that business was a stranger that I met online. So it isn't that they know anything about me, but that man knew me. It's almost like we were spiritually connected. But this man had a message. And the point I'm trying to make in these two, the connection I'm making in these two stories is to say that sometimes we are going through things in our lives, and that which is greater than you and I send help for us, and we refuse it. We expect God to burst out of heaven. We expect to see angels and with big wings, and we expect to see, the cloud burst open, and the one who will answer prayers, the one who will deliver us, the one who will guide us or teach us. We expect to see some grand entrance. And what I'm saying to you today is sometimes it's a child. Sometimes it's an old person. Sometimes it's an old man who has defecation all over him, if that's the right word. Sometimes it's an old man that everybody says is eccentric. Sometimes it's the drunk, the fool. Be not too quick to determine who is sent to deliver your message, or who is going to guide you into a pathway that you have to go. Sometimes it's an ex-lover. Sometimes it's, someone you don't like, or someone who doesn't like you. The dog has its ear up when it's listening. Always be in that position to listen. To listen. Listen. The whistles of the wind, the smell of somebody's perfume, that could start a conversation, and that person has a message for you that is very critical to you doing or going somewhere. We don't know what tomorrow brings. What we know is this very moment. And whatever it is that you're going through, whatever stress, whatever sorrow, whatever pain, whatever you're experiencing this very minute or this moment, I send you blessings. And I'm encouraging you to let go of pride, to make yourself available, to be used, and be open to learning from somebody, no matter who the person is, what they look like, what they sound like, what position they're in. Because we're all spirit beings and we're connected. That's why sometimes you see a complete stranger and you're so baffled trying to figure out where you've known this person from. Where did I know this person? Where did I see this person? I have seen black people who remind me of white folks. I've seen white folks who remind me of black people. I've seen Indian person. You name it. Whatever race. I've seen people and I feel like I know this individual even though we've never met. Sometimes I've had a moment, someone says something to me and people say it's deja vu. I've heard it before. But the things that resonate with me the most is when I am instructed or guided or taught something by someone who I least expected to hear from. Not sure what is up ahead, but I just want to send you blessings. It's easier to bless you. Even if I'm going through some things, It takes nothing for us to send people blessings, to spread joy if you can, to share in each other's sorrow, to say, I understand what you're feeling, understand what you're experiencing, and sometimes to encourage persons by saying, this too shall pass. Be blessed, African people. Think on these things.